Hey everybody, welcome back to the Golden Bolt. Today we've got a different style of video again because I was out of town last weekend, so I didn't have time to make a video. So instead of a review today, we're going to talk about where I was last weekend, and that was at TooManyGames in the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Philadelphia, or rather Oaks. It's pretty much Philadelphia. I've gone there 3 years in a row now with my buddies, and it's a fun time. So I'll just talk about a little bit of what I did there, who I met, stuff like that, and then I'll talk about the games I got. And then after that, I have a little bit of an update on what my plans are for the rest of 2017 and some little details that you might want to stick around for. So let me just go through the days and we'll start out. It's a 3-day event. It goes from Friday to Sunday. Friday's usually what I call the buy day. You go in, you look for what you want to get, you buy things. When you walk in, it's this big, massive warehouse full of game vendors, just thousands upon thousands of games. It's in the name, TooManyGames. The first time I went there, it's like almost an out-of-body experience for me as a nerd, and it's awesome. But you go there, you buy things on Friday. There's a couple panels and things you might see here and there. This year was Sonic themed, so this year at the end of the Friday, they had Crush 40, or the lead singer of Crush 40, actually do a short 25-minute concert, and that was really cool. He brought on some people from the crowd on stage, because it was only him. He didn't have, Jun Sano, the guitarist, or anybody else. So it was just him, so he brought on fake air guitarists, air drummers from the crowd, which was really cool. And he did, Sonic songs, which was, I'm not a huge Sonic fan, but that's awesome, seeing it live. Then on Saturday is what I would call like the main day of the event. It's like the panel day. You go there, you buy more games if you see any more games. You hang out in the arcade. There's a big, huge arcade on the one side of the plaza, and then there's also like a concert hall above the arcade, which is where Crush 40 was. But there's a big arcade you can hang out at. There's a Smash tournament there all weekend normally. But like I said, it's mostly for panels. So this year I didn't go to too many panels, but I went to there was a Sonic ROM hacks panel featuring Ant Dude, Some Call Me Johnny, Gilly the Kid, and Matt from Tails Channel, which that was interesting. They didn't have a projector that worked there, and the laptop they were using didn't end up working either. So it was a big train wreck, and they were put on like 20 minutes before Crush 40, and everyone there was like, yeah, we're just going to call this short 20 minutes early and just go to Crush 40, because who wants to talk about Sonic ROM hacks when you can go watch Sonic's band singer perform? That's no question. There was Some Call Me Johnny panel. I went to that one. I normally go there, even if I can't really hear too much, because a lot of people tend to be talking during the panels for some reason. But I go there to support Johnny. He's one of my favorite YouTubers, personal inspiration on. So just being able to be there in that giant fucking crowd is it's a way of supporting him. There were a couple other panels I wanted to go to that I actually missed. There was the great Sonic 06 versus Rise of Lyric debate from Find the Computer Room. That one always has they did a debate last year. They have a huge fucking crowd, because this con, if I could say any con is one person's, this is Some Call Me Johnny's con. He's been going to it, I think, since it started, just about, and he's in Philly, so he's got a built-in audience from that area on the East Coast that just goes there to see him. And any panel he's involved in, it sells out. There's you're not buying tickets, but there's lines for days just to get into these panels. And I got in Saturday morning. We got in a little later than I wanted to, and the line's already going from like the entryway, gotta be 100 yards out, and then wraps back around into the entryway. It's like no chance, because they got in the small panel room. But it is what it is. I wanted to go, but they'll put it up on YouTube. There was one more panel I think I went to, but I cannot remember it. Yeah, so that was mostly it as far as panels go. There were a few others that I didn't get a chance to see. Game Explain was there. That was pretty cool. I didn't get to see them. But most of the time I was just walking around, hanging out with my buddies, and looking at fun games, shooting the shit. And either in the arcade, or I brought my Switch on Saturday, so we were playing some Mario Kart on some beanbag chairs that they have there, because they have these big-ass beanbag chairs for some reason. whatever. And then I saw some of the people on the show floor too. So I saw Johnny a couple times, said hi to him. We talked for a couple minutes here and there, but he's always got literally dozens of people wanting to talk to him. So I don't try and take up too much of his time. I'm not like that kind of guy. I saw Ant Dude there. Cool seeing him again. Shot the shit again for a couple minutes, but he had people who wanted to take pictures and talk with him, so I'll see you later. I got James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd, to insult my friend. That was fun. That's about it as far as the actual events of Too Many Games go. It sounds a little lackluster because I didn't take any video, because I didn't feel like taking video. I don't know. Don't judge me. But let's talk about the games I got. All of them. That was unsanitary. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about what I got in what order. So which vendors I got multiple things from, if I got good deals, stuff like that. So first things first, I got a Japanese copy of Super Smash Bros. For those of you that don't know, my N64 sitting behind me that you can't see, those are region free. The only thing that's region locking them is a physical difference on the carts. I should have pulled out a regular N64 cart. The Japanese carts have this little divot here, whereas the N64 ones have their divot. This would be filled in. There'd be a divot here. So the only thing stopping you from playing an N64 game is the actual console with the little plastic pieces that'll stop you from putting it in. But you can remove those pieces, and Smash Bros. 64 is very, very, very expensive. So I got this, and I got Blaster Master Blasting Again. I love that title. I got Blaster Master Zero on the Switch not too long ago, and I really enjoyed the game. And I know this one's not as good, but I figured, fuck it. I actually got these for $25 total. I got this one pretty much for free because this was this big import seller, this big vendor who sells imports, and for some reason Blaster Master, and they had on their little logo, they have the company name. They Sharpied and Knuckles on because it was Sonic themed. And I was wearing my Ann Knuckles shirt. So I said, hey, do I get the employee discount? And they said, fuck it, yeah, of course you do. So I got the employee discount, and I got Blaster Master for free, which is cool. I'll take it. Cool. Next up on the list, I have Ratchet & Clank Size Matters, the worst Ratchet & Clank game. Hot take, #dislike me. I got it on PSP. I have it. You can probably see it on PS2. There. You can see it, right? Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Got it on PSP. This is one of the two things I have left to get for the Ratchet & Clank series. I need Secret Agent Clank on PSP, and then I have everything. I even have, again, over there, I got the PS Vita versions of the Ratchet & Clank HD collection, which only came out in Europe. So I saw it. I was like, it's $10. Fuck it. I'll never play it, but I have it, so cool. Next up on the list, I got Beautiful Joe 1 and 2. Did I put those in the right? Okay, they're in the right order. These were the first things I got here, actually. I saw them both. First vendor I went to, I was like, oh, Beautiful Joe, fucking awesome. I never played them, but got it for $20 instead of they're supposed to be 25. Haggle the guy down. You can haggle, of course, it's Too Many Games. You can haggle as much as you want to, depending on if they say yes. Normally you would wait till Sunday because most people don't want to take all the crap back, so they'll try and just push some crap off on you. But I haggled on Friday for most of my crap and got 2 games for a pretty good price, so cool. I got Star Wars Battlefront 1, which that game's like $50 sometimes. I got this for $20. I got Thrillville Off the Rails. I got Thrillville last year. Too Many Games. I love these games, so I saw this for $3. Got these both at the same vendor, and then I got for free. I got Shamu's Deep Sea Adventures on the PS2. Not my copy. Not my water damaged copy. I don't know how ironic it is that got water damaged, but whatever. But I got Shamu's Deep Sea Adventures. I was going to give it to the first YouTube person that I saw to make them try and review that game, because if I'm going to suffer, fuck you, you should too. And actually, the first person I saw was my buddy Mikono's fan, so he gets to suffer now. I got Tak and the Power of Juju. The reason I got this game, I don't know if any of you have ever noticed, if you look at my game collection, I have Tak 2 on the PS2. I never had Tak 1. I haven't had Tak 1 ever. And my buddy Jake, gets pissed every time he thinks about that. So I got this for free because I bought, I didn't pull this out. I have Xenosaga. I bought that and I got this for free. I was actually going to trade this game for something else, but the guy wouldn't take it. He's like, oh, I'd sell that for 50 cents. So, fuck you, guy. But Xenosaga I saw, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. I didn't pull Xenosaga out because my Switch games are there, and the Switch games are narrow, and there's a hole between my shelf and the wall, so they would just kind of in the wall, and I didn't want that to happen. So Xenosaga's there, and so is fucking Tack. So cool. I got 2 Sonic ROM hacks, both as a joke, actually, both on the Genesis. I got Sonic The Lost Worlds, very good, well-known ROM hack. So if anyone ever tells me they want me to review Sonic Lost World, I'm going to review this one first. So I'd rather enjoy myself when I'm playing a game called Lost World. And I got Shadow the Hedgehog. Again, if anyone ever tells me to review Shadow the Hedgehog, I'm going to review this one first. So it doesn't matter if you specify for GameCube or for PS2 or was it on Xbox? I think it was on Xbox. But if you tell me to review Shadow the Hedgehog, doesn't matter what version, I'm gonna spoilers. It's gonna happen. For the few of you that watch this video, now you know my insider secret on that. After that, I got the one and only suggestion game for Too Many Games this year. If you guys remember, some of my longtime viewers know, last year at Too Many Games, I had my buddies and some YouTubers that helped inspire my channel suggest games for me to review at Too Many Games. And so Brave Fencer Musashi was one of them. That was some Call Me Johnny, actually, so I talked to him earlier on Friday. I saw him and I said, thanks for telling me to review that game. It's not my favorite game, but it's got a lot of problems, but I really, really enjoyed it. So we talked about that for a little bit. But my friends were assholes last year, and they got fucking 8 games between the 3 of them for me to review. I still haven't done all of them. I did Razor Scooter and Civil War and Brave Fencer Musashi. That's 3 of 11 games total. So none of them got to pick this year except for my buddy Soul, because my buddy Soul, this is his first year. So he picked Fairly Odd Parents Breaking the Rules. I don't even know what kind of game this is. I'm not going to do research on this game before I play it. I'm literally just going to put it in and review what I see. But that'll be soon. Soon-ish. With that, I got another game that I wanted to review last year that didn't happen. It's time to talk about Shrektober. I got Shrek 2 on the GameCube. This is my 4th copy of this game. This one I got for free because I was talking to the guy and I said, hey, have you tested your games? Because that was for Fairly Odd Parents. I said, are you sure these all work? And he goes, yeah, no, they're all tested. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I told him that I've had 3 copies of Shrek 2 on the motherfucking GameCube, and none of them have worked. Literally, I bought one at Too Many Games, didn't work when I wanted to go play it for Shrektober last year, so I reviewed Shrek 2 Game Boy instead. Because when I ordered another copy off eBay, the fucker sent it in a goddamn, DVD case, not like an actual case, like a fucking sleeve that you put your fucking mixtape in, and it fucking cracked on the way here. So that happened. So I sent him a goddamn email, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Here's another copy. I'll send it out." 3 months later, he sends out the other copy. Shrektober's already over at this point, so the fuck am I gonna slap my mic? The fuck am I gonna do with it? But he sent me another one eventually. It was even more broken, cracked down the middle. So I've had 3 copies of this game and none have worked. I haven't tried the fourth time's the charm. But Shrektober will be happening this year. Speaking of Shrektober, Shrek Smash and Crash Racing. It's funny, at Too Many Games, there was an FTCR meetup, and I saw another YouTuber, WeDude83, and he mentioned this game that was something that he had been playing recently for a Let's Play or a stream, and how terrible it is. And then I saw it, and I was like, I already knew it was terrible, but now I have to, now it's going to be reviewed this year. So that's October. Can't come soon enough. And I also didn't grab it, I forgot. I have Shrek 2 Wreaking Havoc, the sequel to Shrek Hassle at the Castle. Yeah, sequel to Shrek Hassle at the Castle, because that game needed a sequel. So that'll be something I review this year too, and I have some more Shrek games. So October. So while we're talking about Shrektober, let's talk about the rest of my plans for 2017 as far as the Golden Bolt goes. Because you guys are going to be very involved in this, actually. For reasons I'll get into, not in this video, but soon enough. So for the rest of July, I'm going to finish Kirby up, so I have Kirby's Dream Land 3, which will be up next week for sure. Kirby 64 Crystal Shards, which will be up hopefully the week after that. And then I'm going to do spoilers for people who actually watched this far. I'm going to do a review of the entire Kirby Dream Collection, because it has mini games built into, and it's got all 6 of the games that I reviewed. So I want to do a little short review on that too. After that, it's actually going to be entirely me catching up on my TooManyGames backlog from last year and this year, and doing games that people like you have suggested for me. So there's one game, it's back here. Somebody in the comments, I didn't check to see what the name was of the person who did it, my bad, suggested I play Woody Woodpecker Escape from Buzzard Park. I also have 2 copies of this game. There's one back behind me, because don't buy games on eBay. Even though I have a really good track record with games on eBay, I've had bad luck when it comes to this channel. So I had a copy that was broken, so I ordered another copy because didn't feel like sending it back. So it was $2. Who fucking cares? But yeah, so that'll be a game I review at some point soon. And I'm gonna catch up on so TooManyGames games. So I have a bunch back there that I'll get into later. But I'm going to be taking a lot of suggestions from you guys. Again, that's still be something I go into later with more details in a smaller video so that everyone sees it. But you guys will be able to suggest games, provided they're not super long. And in the meantime, when I'm getting ready to play through those games and review them, I'll be reviewing some of these and doing, others like top 10 lists and stuff to fill the time. So that'll be fun. It won't be fun. I lied to you just now, because most of you are going to suggest games that you want me to suffer with. I'm 100% sure of that. Thanks. On top of games like that, I want to do Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal this year. Because I haven't done a Ratchet game this year, which is weird. It's weird. So I'm going to do Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal at some point. I want to do Sly 2, because I haven't done Sly this year at all either. And I'm working with my buddy on a Jack 1 review, so spoilers. There's some other games that I'm working on too. Actually, I just had my buddy literally today, one of my buddies that I mentioned in this video, he sent me his audio for a review we're working on together. So that'll be fun. I'm going to do that, cover that bit by bit in between other stuff, and then when it's up, I'll put it up and it'll be good. So that'll be cool. And then I have some other games here and there. Flum? I'd say Flum? The fuck is a Flum? Apparently I'm 3. From July, the end of July until October, that's going to be what the plan is. And then once October hits, it's full steam ahead with Shrektober and me wanting to kill myself. And then after that, I'm probably going to dial it back. I have one game planned for sure for November. If I have other stuff I can get done, I definitely will. But here's a little spoiler for you guys, again, for watching this far into the video. My plan is on November 20th, 2017, to review PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. It'll be the 5th anniversary to the day of that game, and I'm hoping I can have something special planned for that on top of this video, but that's later. So that'll be fun. And then December I'll probably wind it down again, because I'm going to be busy with, life and Christmas and New Year's. So I'll do a top 10 games of the year for me, personally. I have another top 10 planned as well, but December will be a relaxed month for me, and then I'll get back into it in January, probably. Hopefully I won't take a month off like I did this year. So that's it as far as my plan goes, as far as scheduling stuff. And stuff may get moved around. The only thing that's solid is Shrektober and PlayStation All-Stars, and actually the top 10 games. But top 10s are pretty easy for me to push out quickly, so I could put other stuff in between that. On top of that, Plus One's going to keep going, obviously. There'll be more videos, I'm sure, featuring that asshole Fabrizio who gets into my goddamn house. I don't know how he gets in my house still. I gotta change my locks. And that's about it. I think that's everything. Oh, no, there's one more thing I want to talk about. So the last thing I want to talk about is Patreon. First off, before you hit the dislike buttons and you unsubscribe from the channel, nothing's changing for you. As far as you watching this video and watching my reviews, nothing changes. The only thing that I'm doing this for is because people had asked me in the past, mostly friends of mine that also do YouTube that I donate to their Patreon on. They wanted to donate to me, to tip me for the videos that I make, and it took me a while to get used to that. I need to come to terms with that idea because I'm not fully comfortable with that yet. This is a hobby for me. It's not a career goal. Certainly not yet. And so that's what it is. It's a way for you guys, if you want to tip me for making the videos that you guys watch and seem to enjoy. There are 3 tiers. There's bronze bolt, silver bolt, gold bolt. Golden bolt, not gold bolt. Don't sue me, Sony. Golden bolt. So yeah, there's 3 tiers you can donate. It's donated per review, not per video, not per month, per review. So I normally have anywhere from 1 to 4 reviews per month. Normally 2. I normally do 1 every other week. And it would only charge for that, but you can limit it. You can also limit it. And I'll go into more detail in a specific Patreon video down the road once I'm ready to publicly announce it to everybody, because I know most of you won't get this far in the video, so it's for you special super fans that actually watch videos. So yeah, that's the thing I'm doing. You'll start seeing, as of Kirby's Dream Land 2, which will be next week's video, you'll start seeing on the little bottom, or wherever I put it on the screen on my end card, you'll start seeing like special thanks to patrons. So I have a few of them so far, and then they'll be there, and they might get early access to videos if I get the videos done in time. I'm not normally on that good of a schedule where I do, but if I do have videos that I can put out early, they will get them early. So that's a thing, which is cool. And there's some other perks too. You can see it all. I don't know why I'm talking about it. You can see it all on the Patreon page if you choose to go that far. If you don't, again, nothing changes. I'm extremely, extremely grateful for people who are just watching this video. I'm not asking for more. This is just to appease my buddies mostly who wanted to donate to my Patreon. And so yeah, that's a thing. I just slapped my mic again. I'm going to leave that in. I'm going to leave in me slapping the mic because this is a professional video. If I'm on camera and it's not a review, you know it's a professional video. So, with that said, that's about everything I wanted to cover, I think. Oh, I got new shelves. That's why I was pointing over there. So I got new shelves. You won't see them. They're on my Twitter. I posted a picture on my Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter if you want to see them. If not, you're never going to see those. Because the camera points here. This is my set. It's also my TV and my dresser. But I moved a bunch of crap. I had all my cartridge games, my Genesis games and stuff, down in this drawer down here. So my clothes would often just sit on the floor over there because I'm organized in college. So I have room for clothes again, which is nice. But yeah, it's really nicely organized. I like it. Shout out to Sly. I got Sly up there. Oh shit, you can't see him. Nerds. Yeah, Sly's up there. I should have realized that you can't actually see him, but you know, I don't care. So he's just gonna be a little secret for me. You don't get to see him. Okay, bye.